Hi everybody, my name is David and I am your host here on the Cartoon Fortress YouTube channel. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to come stop by the channel and watch this video. I'm very excited to be continuing coverage on one of my favorite items to cover as of late, and that is items from Bitmap Books. Now, if you are a return visitor to the channel, you'll know that I recently did an unboxing on the Game Boy box art collection. There was a deluxe edition that we unboxed here, and I had several other items in that order, and this is one of those items. Now, the book that I have today is actually a reprint, so they sold out of the first run and they did a reprint, which I think is really cool that they do. They definitely have the look and feel of a limited edition. As you know, I love everything about these books, but I think it's cool that they did a reprint, and thank heavens they did, because this is one that I was really sad that I missed out on. I was newer to Bitmap Books, and so when I jumped on their site and saw that this was unavailable, I was pretty sad, but they did a reprint, which is great. So the book that we're talking about today is the unofficial SNES Super Famicom, a Visual Compendium. Now, as you can see, this is a lot smaller than the Game Boy box art collection set. That one came in a really large box. This is the size of all of their visual compendiums. They come in the same specifications, but they do have some variants on some other books in their collection as well. And but in terms of the visual compendium series that they do, those are all the same size, which I know for collectors like me, it's I like to have things as uniform as possible when they're within a collection, so that works out really well. And as you can see here, they are spine numbered. So the SNES Visual Compendium is spine number 5. I've also unboxed on this channel the Visual Compendium for the NES. That was the first book that I bought through Bitmap, and that's all that it took for me to get really hooked on their stuff. But this book comes in at a total of 536 pages. You can see these are not thin, they're very sizable volumes here, but it comes in at 536 pages. And the cool thing, now I don't know for me how much I'll use this, but it's a really cool thing to include. They actually give you a digital copy of the book. So upon purchase of this book, I was sent an email with a download link for the PDF version of this book. So I guess it's cool to have a kind of your digital archive collection, if you will, on these purchases. At any rate, it's cool of them to include that. Although for me, it's nothing that tipped the scales on making a purchase or not. I'm all in on physical, the physical edition of the book. But that's something to note, is that it does include the digital copy. So I have some other notes that I want to bring up about the book, but what we'll do is we'll go ahead and switch to the overhead camera. I think we'll be able to get a better look at everything over there and get this unboxed, and I'll bring up those other points that I want to bring up as well. So let's go ahead and hop over there now. Okay, so here is the book. Let's go ahead and first let me get the shrink wrap off of here so we can take a closer look. And I definitely love the heft on these books. You definitely feel like you're holding something really premium, and I really appreciate that. So continuing with the details that I wanted to cover on this book, something that's really nice about these editions is this slip box that's included. So this is a 3mm protective board slipcase, and what's really cool about the visual compendiums is that they come with these animated lenticular covers. You can see some of those images animating, but it's just a really nice aesthetic to have the lenticular cover on here. Just really high quality all around, and I like the images that they've chosen for the cover as well. Just a wide range of images from the different games that are covered. And then here is the spine. So we have the SNES Super Famicom, a Visual Compendium. And then again, there is your spine number. In this case, it is spine number 5. Let's go ahead and flip over to the back. If you want to read up at the bottom there, you do have their site. So definitely go pay these guys a visit and take a look at their library of available books. It's really, at this point, I've seen enough of their product that it's going to be impossible for you to be disappointed by anything that these guys have to offer. So go visit www.bitmapbooks.co.uk and take a look at what they have to offer. But yeah, if you want to read up on the intro to the book here, you can. And then, of course, we have the same information on the spine there. So let's go ahead and pull the book out here. Now, something else that's really cool that I want to bring up, you can see here in the book, you have 4 bookmarks in here, and they are the colors of the Super Famicom or Super Nintendo. And yeah, so you have 4 of those bookmarks included, which is just a really nice detail, and it's really all about the details with these books. They just cover every base. Okay, so the book inside, obviously this is not lenticular, but it is spot glossed on each of these little tiles on the cover. If you can see, there's some sheen on there. Each of these individually are spot glossed, so even the portions between are not. It's just each of the tiles that are spot glossed here. Then you have the nice type font there on the cover, and this is a dust jacket. There is a dust jacket, on the book here, but as you can see, the inside is the exact same. All right, and then let's go ahead and open up. These books have really fantastic photography, so it's just an absolute visual treat all the way around. And when there's not photography, there's these screenshots from the games and different, in this case, it's just a really fun 16-bit looking spread here on the front page. And I love that we have this welcome, as if we're in the middle of a Super NES game, which is just really cool. So very colorful. Here we have a Meet the Cast. Some of the players there at Bitmap Books. Such a fantastic team that works on these books. And then some more contributor information. And then here we have content. So this is, it has a listing of the games, and it's alphabetical here, so you can, I love that we have just easy reference here, so you can get to the game that you want to get to. And my goodness, there's a large list of games here, which is really wonderful. And then we have some extra contents here as well. Creating the SNES packaging, the Power of Mode 7, SNES memories, and magazines. And then we also have a section here on box art, which is really cool. Having recently unboxed the Game Boy box art collection book, I really have a love for video game art and the work that goes into the box art. And I do want to note as well that they have a book available in their store, which is the Super Famicom box art collection. So if you like box art, and if you watched my other video and you saw the box art in that book, and that's something that you're into, definitely consider picking that book up as well. And then we also have a list of some homebrew games that they take a look at, and then also unreleased games. And there's another book that we'll be unboxing on the channel from Bitmap Books that covers unreleased games. The whole book is dedicated to that topic, so that's something to stay tuned for as well. And then getting into the book here, I love that we go over some of the details of the system itself. And then starting in on the games, where we have some notes on Super Mario World. And then I want to kind of give an idea here. Let's go ahead and flip further into the book so we can kind of see what we get here. Now, I do have to note here that Bubsy, this character, I'm really nostalgic for that character, simply because when I was in grade school, I remember we would get our book orders, and I remember ordering my first video game book, kind of a cheat codes book, that type of thing. It was more of a magazine, actually, and I remember getting that book order in, and Bubsy being kind of foremost in my memory in terms of characters that were really prevalent in that particular publication. But I always go back to grade school when I see that character. So you can see here some really great artwork. There's Jurassic Park. I played Jurassic Park on the Genesis, was the edition that I really loved, but there was a version on the Super Nintendo as well. And something else I want to note here on these pages, so you have the date of its release, the genre, and then the developer. So it's great to have kind of technical information on these games as well. Here we have Super Back to the Future Part 2. And then I like these two-page spreads here with the quotes. Again, just really beautiful photography and just overall presentation. So this kind of gives you an idea. Let's go ahead of kind of the main portion of the book. Let's go ahead to the back here. Wanted to see if we could get into some of those extra content. Sorry, probably should have bookmarked some of these. So here we have the section on homebrew games. I want to see if we can catch some of the box art, maybe. Oh, I might have already passed that section. Or no, is this? I think we might. Yeah, here we go. So this is the unreleased games. So we have Star Fox 2. There's a listing of some other unreleased games. Rayman. Mick and Mac, Global Gladiators, and Super Shadow of the Beast. And then here we have the thank you page, and then the kind of the end papers here. Alright, so that gives you a good idea of what to expect on the inside of the book. And then we have course, this really nice slip box to put that back in, and it's just perfect fit for the book, and just overall such a sleek looking package. And I've said this before about these books. I love the archival quality of these books all the way around. And I want to say too, the pages themselves are really high quality. So as you're flipping through the book, there's nothing about this that feels kind of half-rate or chintzy. It's all very high quality. And this is another really wonderful addition to the Bitmap Books library. Here we have the unofficial SNES Super Famicom Visual Compendium. Alright everybody, thank you so much again for stopping by the channel and watching this video. If you found this helpful or entertaining in any way, I do invite you to hit that subscribe button, the like button, and finally the bell icon. That will notify you when I upload new videos in the future. And until next time, my name is David, and this is Cartoon Fortress, and you have a wonderful day.